Tight end left. Tight end left.
Let's go.
Four down.
What?
Four down. Check. Four down. Four down.
Ohio. Ohio.
Hey,
Let's go. Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11.
Single receiver. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Let's go. What? 9. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Tight right. Tight right.
Off the play fake, Kaiser.
Keep that tight right there.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted,
Watch safety three.
picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Double tight. Double tight. We got 3. We got 3.
Here we go. Ohio. What? 90. What? 90.
Ohio.
Ohio.
Sponge.
Let's go. What? 90.
The first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
All day. All day.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
Watson, off play action. Quick to Gronkowski, that's caught. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. So still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Double tight.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
4 down. 4
Flex
down. 4
round.
down.
Flex round. Let's go.
25,
What? 90.
check 25.
What?
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
I got him. Woo! You got him. You got him. You got him.
And it's 1st and goal now, but still 10 yards to go.
Got double tight. Double tight.
Ohio. Here we go. Ohio.
We got 4.
Ohio. Let's go. Red 38. Ohio.
Double
Ohio.
up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll try to run forward with Fournette. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long.
Two times. Ohio.
Alert!
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. What? 90. What? 90. Hot.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run there, 9 yards, but it still leaves them with work to do on 3rd and goal.
Lay down! Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Here we go.
4 down, 4
What?
down.
90. What? 90.
Here's Fournette. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Here we go. What? 90.
3 down.
What? 90. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught left side by Funchess. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Come on, let's go.
Hey, we
What?
got
90.
4. We got 4 down.
Kaiser now on second down. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
3 down.
Let's go. What? 90. What?
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Focus.
Come on,
58,
let's go.
58,
Ryan 38. Flex round.
I don't think you got it, son.
On second down, here's Watson. He's going to float this over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A gain of 39 that time. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Double tight.
Come on, let's go. Run.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Oh, how about this ball down near the goal line? Not nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
4 down, 4 down.
Let's go.
Check,
Red 38. Red 38.
They'll toss it to Fournette. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Ohio. Here we go. Flex round.
On 3rd down, Fournette. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
I know you felt that one.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And Murray's kick is up and good. And they add on to their first quarter lead. It's now 13-0. So they take it all the way to the 1-yard line, but in the end, they opt for 3.
I know if this was a video game, they never would have gone for the field goal because, Brandon, who kicks field goals in video games? But you've got to make sure you get points. And that was as easy a 3 as you can get.
You kick field goals in video games. That's who kicks field goals in video games. And now out comes Houston.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
Let's go. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round.
Check.
Flex round.
Lucky. Switch.
On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot
Tight end
here.
right. Tight end right.
Here we go.
Hey, we got
90. Ohio.
Kaiser now. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Man left.
Let's go.
Guys,
What?
check me out. We got 3 down.
What? Flex round. Ohio.
Out.
On 3rd down, Kaiser.
Joker.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Let's go.
Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
A handoff to Fournette. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here we go.
Hey,
what?
four
Flex
down, four
round.
down.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Watson just beating the play clock.
Check.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go. Ohio.
Wide. Get wide.
Flex round. Flex Ohio.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's able to find Diggs. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Double tight. 4 down. Check.
Come on,
4 down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Double tight.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
58's the mic.
Ohio. Let's go. Ohio.
You better be afraid of me.
Ohio, let's go. What? Ohio. Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
And that'll set him back 5.
Flare. Check. Check three. Check. Two times.
Ohio.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. What? 90.
Here's a give to Fournette. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Off of play action. It's Watson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack. I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
Palardy now on to punt as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 56 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 11. Oh, what a move. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Nice pick.
I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And this one through the uprights and good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Three down.
Ohio!
Watch the twist. Watch the
Ohio!
twist.
They go play action here on first down. And that's complete to Jesse James. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
Ohio! Flex round! Here we go!
Watch the ship.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Single.
Come on, let's go!
White 44.
White 90!
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Come on, let's go.
We got
White,
three. We got
90.
three. Three down.
White, 90.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And he gets it to punches complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Single, single. Single, single.
Ohio, Ohio, here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
Hey, let's get that ball.
Ohio,
Let's get that
Ohio.
ball. Hey, check 24.
Play fake. Kaiser. And now here is another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy
Here we
throwing
go.
it.
Flex round. Flex round.
No.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. 4 down.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Watch tight end. Hey, we got
Let's go.
four. We got
Ohio,
four now.
Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg.
Bang.
And his throw
bang.
is incomplete.
Bang.
Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
10 yards still left on second down.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move.
Let's go. Red 30. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio, let's go. What? 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
New England on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Watch left.
Come on, let's go. Red 30. Ohio. Flex round.
Hey, watch the edge.
Here's Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the second time. this will be taken at the 13. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Tight ends left. Tight ends left. Even. Four
Here we
down.
go.
Even.
White 90. White 90. Flex
Check.
round.
Crunch.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Here we go.
Come on, let's go. Red 38.
57. Mike,
Red 38.
They'll run it now, out of the gun. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Strong right.
Come on, let's go. What?
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Flex round. Ohio.
Slam.
Kaiser to throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. Breaks through the contact. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Tight end right.
Come on, let's go. Flex round.
Say.
Watson on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Single. I got 11. He's
Here
mine.
we go.
He's mine.
White 90. Ohio.
Let's get sack lunch.
Flex round.
36. Check.
Flex round.
Fresno.
Flex round.
Here's Watson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Let's go. White 90.
3 down.
Ohio.
Switch.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's got a man, it's his fullback. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
That's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
I know you feel that.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Here we go.
3 down.
Red 38. Ohio.
Ship.
Ohio.
On first down, it's Watson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
That's where you belong.
14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run with Fournette. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7.
Hey, we got tight ends left. Hey.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Ohio. Here we go.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Open man right side is Ingram. Now the ball comes loose. And the Texans scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Ringo.
Come on, let's go. Red 38.
Let's go.
Red 38. Ohio.
He's checking.
Kaiser now after the fumble recovery. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And hello, he's going to be knocked backward as he'll be marked down near the 34-yard line.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Double tight. 4 down.
Let's go.
Alert.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. James has got it. Complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Hey, 81 right there. He's sneaky. Check that guy.
Come on, let's go!
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Off the play fake, Kaiser. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
That's how we do, D.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
Hey,
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Shift.
Second down, Kaiser. Quick hitter here is complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Kaiser from the gun on third. A bullet throw, but incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. Well, I guess we're at the stage here where they wouldn't say no to any points, but I don't think field goals are what they're looking for here in the second half.
I don't either, Brandon. When you're down as much as they are, that's the sign of a head coach waving the white flag to me.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
On first down, Watson. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Tight right. Ohio.
Hey, 4 down.
Come on,
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
What? Flex round. Come on, let's go. Red 38.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
6 yards to go here on second down.
Tight right, Roger. 4 down.
Here we go.
Check.
Red 38. Flex round.
Switch it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. New England on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Come on, let's go.
Right over there.
What? 90.
Mike, 58,
What?
right
90.
From the gun, here's Watson.
Strip that ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Huddle up, baby. Let's get this. Let's get this.
And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on the loosey.
Here we go.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
Flex round. Flex round.
Shift.
Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. What? 90.
First down, Kaiser. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Strong left.
Let's go. What? 90. Ohio.
3 down. Odd.
Ohio.
Check your hot read.
Flex round.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Man left. Hey.
Here we go.
4 down.
What? 90. Ohio.
Slam.
Ohio.
SOS.
Flex round. Ohio.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
They need to get the play off quickly. To throw is Kaiser. He's going to go deep for Funchess. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Texans. 56 yards.
Okay, 3rd and short, the mindset of the defense, probably playing the run first. But if you're playing any type of pass coverage, tight coverage, press coverage, and offenses often convert their routes at that point and go farther downfield. And that paid off in a big way for them on that one. A big-time catch downfield.
Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Tennessee. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Check hot route. Hot.
From the red zone now, Kaiser. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Flex round.
I got 15.
Ohio.
Me.
Ohio.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Now, that was kind of interesting. It appears this coaching staff really trusts this rookie early in his career. They want to get him a touchdown here in his NFL debut.
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go! Brad 38!
Single to slot.
Brad 38! Flex round! Flex!
Sponge! No!
From the gun, Kaiser. And this is going to be incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Check pass.
Ohio, here we go! Ohio! Come on, let's go! Brad 38!
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, with that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
2nd down following the run.
Let's go, baby. We need turnover. Let's get that ball.
Here we go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
The mic. 58's the mic.
Watson off play action. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. New England on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we
Looks
go.
like the defense
Brad
in press
38.
coverage here.
Brad 38! Ohio!
It's been a long day for you.
Flex round! Ohio!
Check 26,
Ohio!
check 26.
Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 15. So possession goes over here on the punt. And now out comes Houston. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bash.
Super tough.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Flex
He's
round.
crashing. He's checking crash.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
Yo, 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 yo.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And he fires one, but incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken from just outside the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. So the Patriots coming out now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Watson, he's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Turning into a really good thing for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, he didn't. It wasn't his fault. Listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL is described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Two times. Come on, let's go. Red 38. Ohio. Ohio. Shift. Come on, let's go. Red 38.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
Double tight.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Roger!
Here we go.
Target,
What?
target,
90.
target.
What? 90.
To throw, Kaiser. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Check 99! Check 99!
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. What? 90. Ohio.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. And that one results in 35 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
1st down and goal to go from the 7.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Come on, let's go.
3 down, 3
What?
down.
90. What? 90.
This is Fournette, and he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
Double tight. Hey.
Let's go.
3, we got
Ohio.
3 down.
Ohio. Let's go. Ohio. Let's go.
They'll give Fournette another credit. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Lucky.
I have to laugh a little bit because
Switch.
he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Come on, let's flex round. Ohio. Here we go. Flex round.
Here we go.
Now Fournette, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And Murray's kick is up and good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out comes Houston.
Double tight.
Ohio. Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
Joker.
Ohio.
Shift.
Let's go. Red 38.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Double tight. Double tight. Come on, let's go.
We got three, fellas. We got
Red
three.
38.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Two tights.
Here we go. Red 38.
Three down.
Red 38. Ohio.
Check.
Guys are now on second down. And this one caught by Max Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Check 56.
Completion was given up. That's why you play zone defense. So you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Double tight. Here we go.
Three down.
White 90.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Ohio. Watch the slats. Ohio.
Whip.
Ohio.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. And now out come the Patriots. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. Some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90.
They give this time to the tailback. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey. We got 3 down.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90.
Here we go.
Cut.
Crash.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. New England on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. White 90.
5 down.
White 90.
Stand up in. He's coming.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Double tight. Odd. 5 down. Stand up in.
Come on, let's go.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Double tight. Odd. 5 down. Stand up in.
Let's go. What?
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And partner, this first week, this first game...